My name is Brooke Carney, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Alaska, Anchorage. I'm doing my graduate work on the diet of black oystercatchers. Black oystercatchers are a species of concern, and they also have been identified as an indicator species by the National Park Service. They're a predator of the intertidal environment. They have a very specialized habitat, so they exist wholly between mean low tide and the vegetation at the top of a beach. And they're quite sensitive to any kind of changes in their habitat, any sorts of pollution, because of that specialized habitat. I'm using stable isotopes, which serve as a biological marker that moves in a predictable way through the food web. I can extract carbon and nitrogen, for example, from the blood of the birds to figure out what they've been eating over the last month. I can sample their feathers to tell me what they were eating at the time those feathers were grown. Once we locate a nest, we will replace the real eggs with fake decoy eggs and set a noose around their very simple nest, which is just a scrape in the beach. And then we'll pull a line back away from the nest, maybe 50 yards or so, hold it taut, and then once the bird has settled back on the nest, we pull and hopefully we get a leg in that noose. If we trap them successfully, we'll hold them in our possession for about 15 to 30 minutes. We'll take a blood sample from one leg. We'll pluck a few feathers from head, body, and wing. We'll take those samples to the stable isotope lab. I do like black oystercatchers a lot. I keep saying I have a love-hate relationship with them because they don't always cooperate. They're beautiful birds, and they've got quite the personality on them. They're territorial and very conspicuous displays of frustration and happiness and kind of becoming one with their mate. They greet each other quite a bit. So yeah, they're cool birds. There's not a lot of research that's been done on them. We know a little bit about their diet. We know a lot more about their productivity and their impacts from humans, or the potential ways they're impacted by humans. But we don't know a lot about the way they move through the environment, how much they may migrate, and what specifically their diet consists of. When we have a better understanding of their diet, we're better prepared as natural resource managers and researchers to try to mitigate any changes or recognize any changes that are happening in the intertidal ecosystem. Well, I've always, cared a lot about the environment overall, and especially am interested in coastal areas because they're a very dynamic place where terrestrial and marine ecosystems converge. It's a very productive area, and it's also an area that's really sensitive to climate change and pollution such as oil spills. There's a lot of life found on the coast and in the intertidal, and the more we can understand that ecosystem, the better job we can do of protecting it.